Kia ora koutou, it's hockey night in New Zealand. We've got the second match of the doubleheader between the West Auckland Admirals and the Botany Swarm on tonight. We're here at Paradise Botany. I'm Bartek Evertovsky, and here's my co-host, Bryce Rouse. So, Bryce, yesterday the game ended 5-3 for the Admirals. Chaba was immense in the net, made some key saves to keep them in it. What do you think is the score going to be today?
Geez, already off the bat. I'll throw it out there. It's going to be a reverse score, 5-3 to the Swarm. I think they're going to have a lot to prove to not only themselves. I think tonight they need a win so they can actually believe that they are still finalists, top contenders. But the Admirals played great yesterday. I said it from the start, only seeing them a couple of games this season, that they're a bloody good team. They are going to be right there come the thick of it at the end of the season. Will they finish first, second or third? No one still knows. But I think if they can get another win here tonight, I would almost throw out there that they are probably the top contender. But you couldn't rule out Stampede just yet. But the Admirals do have 2 games against them next weekend, so that'd be very interesting.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what will happen next weekend with the Admirals and Stampede. And yeah, this game is going to be pivotal for the standings because if the Admirals manage to take more points off the Swarm today, they're going to close that gap. And the Stampede, I think, will be happy to see that since that'll cement their lead at the top of the table, at least for this weekend.
Yeah, so they would have 18 points if they did get a win here tonight. And they'd only be 1 behind the Botany Swarm with 2 games in hand. So if they could at least just get 1 win against the Stampede next weekend, that would take them into that second spot. Although these 2 teams do have the 2 games at Avondale later on in the season, so that could probably be the defining moment of who does finish second and third. I think it's the Thunder that will play the Stampede very late in the season, and I could actually see the Dunedin Thunder getting up for at least one of those games and maybe toppling them, but time will tell.
That definitely can happen, especially late in the season. Sometimes teams will like to rest some of their key players for the playoffs, so if the Stampede gives some of their top guys a rest, the Dunedin Thunder could definitely take some points off of them and make this a more interesting race for first.
So I couldn't watch the whole stream yesterday as I was at the All Blacks game, sorry. But I did see the highlights, and it looked like the Admirals really took their chances.
Yeah, they definitely did. The Swarm carried a lot of the play in the second and third periods. I think the first period was probably the Admirals period. Second period, definitely the Swarm carried the play, and Chaba was immense to keep them in the game. And in the third period, again, they were getting outplayed by the Swarm for the most part, but managed to take their chances very well, with Vinny Sistroni scoring a really key goal to put them ahead, and then Justin Daigle sealing the lead with that 5th one in the third period.
And a couple of clappers as well from Taylor Rooney. And one that was a buzzer beater in the second period. That was delicious.
Yeah, that was a beautiful goal. The referees spent quite a lot of time discussing whether that actually went in before the buzzer. Eventually concluded that it did. We tried watching the replay in the intermission to decide if it was in before the buzzer, and it was really hard to tell. It was a matter of frames. Depends how fast we shoot. If we're at 60 frames per second, I think it went in. If we're shooting at 24 frames per second, maybe not. I'm not sure. It was that close.
Well, what I can say is both teams are probably only going to be running their top 3 lines today. I would be surprised to see the 4th lines out there. It'd have to be when the team is really tired that they would actually send out that 4th line.
And we're just seeing the lineups now for both teams, or rather the rosters. Michael Atwell notably not playing today after taking a puck to the face yesterday. Luckily, he's in the crowd watching. Seems to be doing okay with a bit of a shiner under one of his eyes.
Yes.
But luckily, it looks like hopefully didn't break any bones and didn't lose any teeth. It caught him a little too high.
Yeah, so he did get CT scans done and apparently 8 stitches. So,
ouch.
And I'm sure there's more bruising to come in the next few days, that's for sure. So the Swarm are going to have Bar Bialik in net tonight.
Yeah, changing up their goalies. I think that's actually quite a good call. Even if Joel was able to get the win yesterday, Bar is a former Admiral, so he's played against most of these players before a lot in training. He's experienced with the shots, so I think that will give him an edge over Joel Gerard, who played yesterday and is used to play for Queenstown until moving up this season. So he's less experienced with these Admiral shooters than Bar is.
And that's the thing, most of the goalies in these 2 teams, they play against each other all year round, especially in the summer league. So they get a real good look in them all year round. And I think that's why the goalies always have a bit of a field day when the 2 crosstown Auckland teams meet up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, since a lot of the players play together in mixed sort of teams in our Auckland Summer League, the BHL, so they get to know each other quite well.
And no surprises in net for the Admirals. It will be Chuba once again. Still not electing to rotate. Yeah,
they're riding their veteran Chuba. I think they've decided this game is too important to risk putting in one of their backups, even though they're quite competent. And as we're seeing on the screen now, Remy Sandoy, number 24, Nguyen Gretzky, his 200th NZIHL game.
Yeah, so he obviously lives in Waiheke, travels over here for trainings twice a week and then games and then away with the team. I'd hate to think how many times he's caught that ferry now. It's quite a lot because he did used to play for the West Auckland Admirals originally as well before going to Dunedin for study and playing for the Thunder for, I think, about 3 seasons. But yeah, congratulations to you, Remy. You've been a huge part of the Swarm team, an absolute veteran, and hope you have a good game tonight.
Yeah, best of luck to him. Hopefully he won't get hit in the face like Atwell did during his 200th game. Hopefully that's not a curse.
Absolutely not. It's at the 200 club. Is that what happens?
Possibly. Remy, cover your face just in case with the pucks coming towards you. And the players are heading onto the ice now. You can see some comments in the chat. Up to was. My co-commentator Bryce only just discovered today what you guys meant when you were saying up to Wallace. He thought that you were cheering for the Warriors, but actually you were cheering for the Admirals this whole time. And I think Bryce accidentally said up the Wallace a few times, despite being a Swarm fan.
It is what it is, I guess.
Well, I'll say up the Waz.
Up the Swaz.
The Swaz.
All right. All right, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Botany Swarm number 24, Remy Sandoy, reaching 200 NZIHL games. Remy, just the 4th player to the Botany Swarm to reach the 13th NZIHL history to reach this milestone. Remy's journey in the NZIHL began with the West Auckland Admirals, believe it or not, back in 2009, making it especially fitting that he reaches his 200th game against them today. As alternate captain for the last few seasons, Remy has demonstrated an exemplary leadership, guiding and inspiring his teammates with his dedication and commitment. And with that, Remy is going to wear the captaincy today in honor of that milestone. Congratulations, Remy Sandoy, on reaching 200 NZIHL games. And with that, folks, let's get ready to rumble!
So a huge accomplishment for Remy. We only play 16 regular season games in this league, plus a few playoff games. So you can imagine he's been around for a while to get to that milestone of 200 NZIHL games. And we're just about to get underway with the teams huddling. Referees trying to call them over to center ice since I think we're slightly delayed with the start of this game.
No worries, gives enough time for fans all to get into their seats. It's always a bit of a barn burner here when you've got the crosstown rivalry, all the people coming out from West Auckland out to East. So
yeah, we've got a packed house today. Looks great. Did you notice that the Swarm roster maybe looked a bit smaller than the Admirals in the lineup? I don't know if they were standing closer together or if that's why, or if they're just riding a short bench today. I'm not sure. It looked like the Admirals had more players lining up on the blue line.
So here we go, game 2 of the weekend at the Hive. West Auckland will see the first of the puck. Regan will find Van der Meulen in the middle. He'll quickly rip one, comes off a stick and hits the netting. So an early whistle to the left-hand side of Bialik.
Some nice passing in the neutral zone there by the Admirals to get that opportunity. I don't know if they've practiced that or they just know each other very well, but nice play between the forwards there on the Admirals.
So Van der Meulen versus Houlihan. Once again, won by Van der Meulen. quick shot there from the point from Flynn Hayward-Jones. Bialik got his first look in. Kozak will find Houlihan in the middle. Plays it to the far side, Polozov. Good stick there by Daig. Admirals will come the other way. Regan unable to control it on the first try, gets on the second attempt, but only gives it to Polozov. And he'll go streaking down the left. Leaves it up for Houlihan. He'll rip one, and an easy save there for Chuba, right at him. Regan coming the other way. Really like how he's transitioned from a defenseman into a forward. An absolute powerhouse he is now for the West Auckland Admirals.
Yeah, he's been excellent after finding his feet on that top line with the two Dutchmen, Guy and Pim.
As Mason Kennedy will clear the zone. Wimmer will be on it for the Swarm. He'll play it around the back. Ryan McDonald will give it over to Marcus McDonald, no relation. Wimmer, nice little intercept there and just bangs that one in. Bouncing puck, Chuba try to get a stick on it. Marcus McDonald might beat that out. Fontaine's going to have it. Looking for some options. Going for a skate as well. Sawler will play it up to Fontaine. He'll rip one along the floor. Nice save made by Chuba.
Almost bounced into a dangerous area.
Oh, here goes to Stroni. Scored yesterday. Can he do it again? Shoots. Big save. Stroni getting his first look in. You don't want to give him too much time and space because we saw a couple of shots he'd made yesterday and they were pearlers.
Yeah, he absolutely sniped one from quite a tight angle yesterday around the side of the circles, top shelf.
Above the blocker as well. It was a beauty.
Yeah, that was the game winner for the Admirals in the end.
Shot from the point for Thula, but that's not going to trouble Chuba as that was pretty much right at him.
So shots 3-1 now for the Swarm, but the Admirals have had the best chance there with Vinny having a good look here. And I think he was probably trying to elevate it because it didn't look like it was a shot 5-hole. I think he just didn't get the elevation he wanted.
And that pack's going to come out of the zone. Here's Remy Sandoy, Mr. 200, getting his first touch of the game. The Nguyen Gretzky, I'm pretty sure that was the nickname you gave him. or was it already made?
No, I've heard it from, I don't know, maybe, I thought maybe you told me that. I'm not sure. I know I've heard it from somebody else.
Yeah, I'll take credit for it if you like.
Yeah, I'll give you credit for it.
Oh, nice couple of moves here by Whitson Lee. Gets past a couple of Swarm defensemen, but Allen was just offside on the play.
Yeah, nice stick handling by the former Swarm player who's moved over to the Admirals this season. Made a swap with Barr. Barr was on the Admirals last season and swapped to the Swarm this year. So maybe has a little bit of an advantage over Joel Gerard because he's more familiar with the Admirals players. He's played with them a lot in trainings.
Was that a scheduled two-way trade or?
I don't know, actually. I think it was sort of independent. I think Barr believed he would get more playing time here in Botany because Matt Canaday retired to take up coaching duties. There was a little bit more of a goalie opening on the Swarm compared to the Admirals.
Understandable. As Houlihan comes and helps out. Here's a shot right at Bialik, though, as Ben Stephen ripped it from the slot area.
Both goalies perfect so far, making good saves, quickly covering up those rebounds, not letting pucks sit around in their crease.
So it'll be Houlihan versus Caleb Chamberlain. Chamberlain will try play it up to the point, but Polozov picked that out. He'll gain the zone for the Swarm. Goes round Daig and round the back of the goal too. Chamberlain probably should have hit him there, but elected to get the puck instead. Did work out. Pass up to Ben Stephen. He's unable to corral that as that came off the skate, so Daig will just play it in deep. Near side, Wimmer couldn't get enough on it. And here goes Houlihan. Gets a pass off over to Ryan McDonald. But Regan tracking back nicely for the West Auckland Admirals will be there first. Good physicality, good speed to open up this period. Tape-to-tape passes as Van der Meulen will quickly rip one. Block a save made there by Bialik.
Yeah, good save by Bialik, and he did well to steer it away from danger all the way out of the zone.
So Mason, oh no, there's a chance in front of the net as Ryan McDonald didn't get any wood on it. And Guy Kunst was sitting right there in the slot and probably should have tucked that home.
I think Guy was just completely surprised by that. He was not expecting the puck to drop to him.
I don't think any of us were there. So a huge chance there for the West Auckland Admirals. Goes afray as Marcus McDonald's going to come the other way. The 17-year-old, he finds Fontaine, shoots and scores!
Wow, what a goal by Jackson Fontaine. What a pass to set him up. Just picks the 5-hole. I think maybe Gareth McLeish possibly made an error there as he went towards the skater as opposed to staying in the middle lane. I think he was counting on his teammate being able to catch Jackson. It was number 8 that was chasing Jackson. I think Gareth was hoping his teammate would catch him. Unfortunately, that leads to a goal. Usually in a 2-on-1, you want to align yourself with the short post in that sort of situation with the near side as a defenseman. And looks like the Admirals have taken the lead. Or Swarm, my bad.
That's all right.
That was some wishful thinking.
I remember seeing Marcus McDonald for the first time maybe about 18 months ago, and he's just a 16-year-old kid. And I'm thinking, this guy is going to be hilariously good at hockey soon. And he's showing it already.
He's an absolute menace in the Auckland Prem League as well, where he plays for Demons. Single-handedly has made the team actually competitive this year.
So it's played in deep. First touch there for the other Kennedy brother, TK. As Sestrani will slow things down here for the Admirals. Plays it up to TK. He'll just bang it in. He did have Allen there, but couldn't find the pass, so Simon will track back. Uh-oh, tries to go tic-tac-toeing. Couldn't get through Allen, though. Pretty dangerous play there. Don't want to be puck handling it in front of your own goalie there. Bartek.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of people puck handling right in front of me.
Here's Houlihan. He'll just play it in low. Polozov giving chase. He'll get there first. Plays it up to Sandoy. Swim do well to keep it in. And it's going to be called a hand pass against Kozak. As head ref Brooke Patrone was quickly onto that one.
Lola in the chat saying common Jackson W. Yeah, Jackson's an excellent player. He's definitely not who you want to have one-on-one with your goaltender if you're the Admirals. One of my former students from University of Auckland, very good mathematician, computer scientist as well. It's good, just good at everything he does.
Puck played in there by Alan Whitson Lee giving chase, but Simon plays up the near side to Kozak and will leave it on for Houlihan. Gets through one, gets through two. Can he get a shot off? Here's Kozak, and that's blocked by Captain Daig. And they'll just try go for a skate down the left there. Nice stick in the lane by Ryan McDonald will break that up. Banged in, Ryan McDonald giving chase, but Gary McLeish will be there first. He'll get it back. Plays it to the near side. Ben Stephen up to Chamberlain. But Marcus McDonald making a great stick lift.
Icing waved off there.
Ben Stephen tried a centering pass. Ryan McDonald had to come clean up. Caleb Chamberlain was lurking there in the slot area momentarily. And a little battle for the puck in the corner. Both teams need to win these 50-50 battles here tonight if they're going to want to get the win. Here goes Marcus McDonald. He'll leave it on for Fontaine. Rips a shot and only shoots it straight into McLeish, and then he gets hit over as well. And Murray getting his first touch of the game. TK unable to play that in. Regan does well to come clean up. Play up to the boards to Fontaine. He'll get past TK. Gets past Kunst as well. But great back check work there. Oh, shoot from the slot area was Vordanov. It fell for him. Almost put it home. Chuba had to come up and make a massive save there, or they could have been down 2-0.
Oh, that was a huge save. Game saver there. Don't want to be giving him a chance in the slot like that.
Here's Rosie. He's only getting his first touch of the game, almost 8 minutes into the game. Vordanov shoots and a tough angle shot. Chuba not letting up a rebound either. Does well to hold on to that.
That was a nice pass by the referee to Robin to set up that rush. can see Raleigh in the chat saying, poor Jaden Pert spent so much money on goalie gear, hasn't played at all. Jaden did get a couple of starts for the Mako, or against the Mako rather, earlier this season. I think the coaches just decided it's a very important game for the Admirals and they'd rather go with their veteran Chubba.
And an early jump on the face-off from Jonsson will get a reset. Simon Sandway with a one-time, but it falls right into the stick of Henry. But Nguyen Gretzky doing well to play the body, not allow him to advance. Nicely kept in at the line, and Sestroni batted that out of midair while it was pretty much right above the blue line.
Yeah, great hand-eye coordination.
It's definitely a sport, you need it.
Yeah, for sure.
Not so much for the goalies.
Well, you still need to catch the puck. That requires some hand-eye.
Yeah, I guess. Here's Kozak trying to go through the middle. Try to leave it on for Pozov. It's a race there. Daig will get there first, unable to clear. Banged around, looks like it maybe took a weird bounce off the Zamboni door. Only 10 minutes in and we already can't see the lines on the ice. Here's Houlihan. Oh, good stick lift there by Daig, breaks that up. Rooney will play it to Sestroni. And he's dispossessed by Houlihan, but does well to keep the puck in the zone for the Admirals.
Great shift by Vinny. He's always a competitor, always putting in full intensity, even in scrimmages. Good to see.
Yeah, a little mid-ice collision there between Rooney and Houlihan. Not sure they saw each other. I've got a feeling this one might get a bit feisty come towards the end of the game. I can feel it.
It was definitely feisty in the first period yesterday until the referee started putting people in the box.
Oh, did he? Did they? Well, that's one way to...
I guess you wish they didn't.
Oh, absolutely. Be cool to have a game with no refs one time.
Maybe you could stick the ref in the box if they make a bad call. I've seen some beer leaguers do that in Canada.
Here's Fontaine, the speedster for the Swarm. Can he get past? Mason Kennedy can, shoots and just lifted it over the crossbar. Had Chubba beat, but beat the post as well.
Oh, incredible move by Jackson. He's fired up now after that goal. He was a bit quiet yesterday, didn't get too much action, but so far Action Jackson
Yeah, that's good.
is on point. Go Action Jackson.
That is what we're calling him from now on, as that puck does go into the West Auckland Admirals bench. So we get a face-off just in front.
What a Kiwi pass by the ref, by Random Aussie in the chat. Yeah, that was a good pass to set up Robin's rush. They'll redo the draw now.
March against Caleb Chamberlain. The other Chamberlain brother not playing in this game, as I would suspect he played yesterday.
Yeah, he had a great game yesterday. Having a rest today as Nash Hayward-Jones, Flynn Hayward-Jones' brother. Younger brother is in the lineup tonight instead.
I do like how they kind of alternate those guys in the weekends. They get one game each.
Yeah, that's good. You got to make sure your younger players get some game time as well.
Nice hit on the far side just before from Rosie, as March will gain the zone. There's it on for Robin Vordanov coming in, but his pass only goes to TK. He tried to clear that, but only found the Czech Rosie. As Jonsson will try get some attack going. Regan almost stole that.
Penalty coming.
Yeah.
Regan fell a little bit awkwardly. Looks like he's okay though. And actually the penalty is coming against the I thought it was a penalty against the Swarm for
I
taking
didn't
down
think
Regan.
it would be a penalty against the Swarm there, but then I did see the hand go up and I thought, that's a bit strange, but it's actually gone against the Admirals. So
Yeah, we'll have to
here
see the
goes Action
replay.
Jackson down the right-hand side. Swarm got 6 players on the ice at the moment as they pulled the goalie for the delayed call.
Another penalty actually coming. I think that was, I don't know. Never mind. I thought they were calling a penalty against Jackson for interference. I
Action
guess they're
Jackson.
against Action Jackson. But
And
it looks like they let
finally
go.
touched up. So it is going to be a holding call against Alex Regan. So he's going to be in the naughty box for a couple of minutes.
See that on the replay now, hopefully. Thought maybe the penalty would be against the Swarm. Oh, I think we're seeing a different replay, actually. Never mind. You can rewind if you're watching at home and let us know what you think, if that was a penalty or not. I think I missed the hold. But huge opportunity now for the Swarm with a 1-goal lead, up 6-4 in shots with 7 minutes 47 seconds left. If they can score another goal now, that would give them a huge lead heading into the second period.
Yeah, the start of the season, the Swarm were just absolutely scoring on most of their power play opportunities, but then when they did come up against the Stampede, I think they went about 0 for 5 over that weekend.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think they often had Ivan Dalmatau standing in front of the goalie, and he's not the biggest guy, so he's easier to move.
You got to get the Nwayne Gretzky there, I reckon.
So it looks like they had 6 players on the ice, and Ruzicka slowly skated to the... I'm not sure what was going on there. He was out for quite a while.
Yeah.
So they're redoing.
Shouldn't that be a too many men penalty?
I guess so. I'm confused. I don't know how they didn't notice that they had 6 out.
Nonetheless, Swarm on the power play here. As Nwayne Gretzky's going to jump off and Rosie will get back on. Dalmatau centering past the Houlihan. Got the shot off. Chubba making a good save there. Ryan McDonald will play it low for Polozov. Oh, Ivan Dalmatau almost tried to go to the front slot area as he got a pass behind the net.
Yeah, Ivan's really good at receiving a pass and immediately in one motion putting it into a dangerous shooting position, often shooting between the legs. So when he receives the puck in that situation, goalie has to be really alert.
Polozov momentarily losing the puck there. Dalmatau comes and cleans up. Passes it over to Action Jackson. As Rosie will gain the zone, finds Polozov. Houlihan up top. He'll put a shot on, big blocker save. Houlihan can really rip a wrist shot.
Surprisingly, only 1 goal this season. He does have a good shot. I'm not sure why he's struggled to score so far.
A bullet there from the point from Rosie, but he missed everything entirely. Rooney's going to clear that. Swarm are going to have to touch up. They might look for a couple of changes here. Sasha Polozov will get off. There's Rosie on the far side. Centering past the Dalmatau, but a great stick in the lane, I think, from Daig to break that up. Well, Dalmatau could have found himself with the puck with no one to get through. And Admirals doing well to kill this penalty.
Yeah, great penalty killing by Daigle in particular. He's been all over the place.
So Vordanov will try to get one last little rush going for the Swarm before we are back to even strength. Sandoy with a shot. It was a rebound momentarily. Tried to find Kozak. He tried to find Action Jackson, but Van der Meulen sitting in the slot area breaks that up. Back to full strength, and we will get an icing call as the player was already out.
Well done by the Admirals killing off that that penalty against. That was a very important kill. You don't want to go 2-0 down into the break. You can see in the chat, Dan Steeler, good evening from Vancouver, Canada. Good evening, Dan. Thanks for joining us here in the NZIHL. I'm from Brampton originally. Haven't been to Vancouver, actually, all the way on the West Coast.
I believe they were just playing your favorite song in the arena then.
What was that? I missed that.
I don't know, one of those ones from Glee.
From Glee. I don't think that would be my style. I enjoy very esoteric music. Mongolian metal music, that's my jam.
Wow.
The Who.
I think I need to
Any
broaden
other
my
Who
horizons
fans?
and have a listen to this.
I saw them when they came to Auckland last year at the power station. They were so good. So if there's any other Mongolian metal fans in the chat.
Yeah, we're going to get a penalty here against Vortanov, it seems, Bartek.
Oh, I missed that. What?
Yeah, it's going to be a hooking.
Oh. Wow, that was out of nowhere. Maybe we'll see that on the replay. So now a chance for the Admirals to even it up with 5 minutes and 23 seconds left.
So the Admirals going to be on the power play here. Can they get an equaliser? I'm sure they'd love to head into the sheds at least tied. Played down low for Regan, but Van der Meulen will come and pick it up. Van der Meulen once again. Tic-tac-toe with Regan at the moment. Up top for Daig. just kind of lost it momentarily. Was thinking about getting a shot off, but that's cleared all the way down by March.
Their power play was looking a little bit static for my taste, I think. Passing back and forth, but not much skating movement.
Yeah. Got to keep the feet and the puck moving. Tire those defensemen out when you are up an extra player. Dalmatau can't clear that as Daig play it over. Down low for Kunst, up top. Great block in the lane there by Action Jackson. Can he go all the way? He's got Daigle track and bouncing puck though, gets a backhand shot off. Not enough to beat Chuba from that angle.
Yeah, Daigle was lucky the puck bobbled on Jackson. Uncharacteristic mistake by Captain Daigle. I don't usually see him fire into the shin pads in that sort of situation.
As Regan gains his own, gets a shot off as well, but missed everything.
That had a lot of mustard on it. Great shot by Regan. Great handles again, that position.
Regan once again.
This is what I like to see, some movement on the power play.
Chamberlain at the back door, try to give it to Vesper, but Bialik will pounce on that before any of the Admirals can get an extra sniff.
Yeah, I think Vesper barely got a touch on that one, allowing Barr to cover it up. But it was really good movement by Regan to set up that chance. The power play was looking, and we're seeing actually on the replay now as the puck bobbles on Jackson, so he's not able to make the move that he wanted. I think he probably wanted to drive to his forehand and tuck in and around Chuba.
I was thinking that would be the exact play there, for sure. Maybe forehand back to backhand, you never know.
Yeah, he's a sneaky player. Who knows what he would have done if the puck didn't bobble on him.
And Rooney will just play that around. Caleb Chamberlain, penalty about to expire. So both teams 0 for 1 on the power plays so far. Vortinov out of the box. Houlihan will find Vortinov. He's all alone. Here's Vortinov right out of the box. Shoots and what a save there from Chuba.
Oh, great
Maybe the
save by
shot
Chuba.
could have been a little bit more towards the net, but nonetheless, Chuba coming up big.
I suspect, we'll see on the replay now, I think Vortinov realized that the defender was closer to him than he expected when he felt the stick there, and I think he decided to shoot, thinking that he didn't have time for a move. I think he was probably hoping to pull a move on Chuba on that breakaway.
Those ones hurt, especially when you get the other team's man right out of the box and you get that stretch pass to him and he's all alone and tucks it home.
Yeah,
Those
so
ones
far,
can hurt.
I think this is the third breakaway against for the Admirals in this period, so they'll definitely need to tighten up because the Swarm have a lot of dangerous shooters. Can't be doing that, relying on Chuba to bail them out every time.
And Regan going to work there against Kozak. Nice hit. Oh, the door comes open. Look out down there.
Luckily, nobody went flying out there into the crowd. They're all okay.
Yeah. Might have to check those doors a little bit extra
See,
at the start of each period.
my wife, Tanya Vertovska, commenting in the chat, good evening from your couch. Good evening, Tanya. She just arrived from Europe at like 4 a.m., didn't have the energy to come watch in person.
Oh, fair enough.
Someone tuning in from LA. Hello from New Zealand, Auckland, New Zealand.
Face off one there by Dalmatau. Fontaine comes and picks up the puck. But good work there by Nash Hayward-Jones. He's looking more like his older brother every day. Here's Dalmatau centering past to Fontaine, but nice stick in the lane there from Nash Hayward-Jones. Simon has to come steal that away from Regan. Regan getting plenty of minutes here in this opening period for the Admirals as Marcus McDonald, he'll rip a shot, but put that to the left. I'm sure he'd maybe want that one back as the Nguyen Gretzky plays it over to Dalmatau. And Marcus McDonald will bang that one in. TK there for the Admirals, just under 2 to go in the opening period of game 2. Still a 1-0 lead for the Swarm. I wouldn't say it's a very safe lead as the Admirals are definitely getting their scoring chances as well. Quite low shots though.
Yeah, I think both teams have been a little bit tentative at times, although the Admirals have given some gaps for the Swarm to get a few breakaways. They'll definitely come out firing in the second period, both teams.
And here's Vortinov. Finds March in the middle, does well. Gets a shot off and just put it to the side netting. Puck's still in front in the crease area, not covered up.
Oh,
As
that was a
Johnson
close
will
one.
get pushed around and getting out of the way. It looks like the gloves were actually quite up high then on Janssen as they were pushing him away.
So we'll see on the replay now. Chuba just took a second to realize the puck had popped out front, and I think that was that Janssen or Marcus? I think that was March getting shoved there. March was just looking for that puck, wasn't able to get his stick on it before Chuba got back and covered it up.
Flynn Jones bangs that around. Puck cleared out of the zone. Zula comes in, snaps that up. Caleb Chamberlain, the speedster. Kind of want to see his wheels get going a little bit more.
Yeah, he's a really fast player.
Ooh, look out in the crowd as that initially went into the bench, hit one of the poles and went straight into the crowd. I hope they're all right.
Yeah, hopefully the only souvenir is the puck and not a head injury. Oh, it looks like someone did get a knock in the head. Hopefully she's okay.
Ooh, that would be quite sore.
It's definitely not comfortable getting hit in the face, even if you have a helmet on, so I wouldn't recommend it without a helmet.
Nice up there by Polozov on Daig as he was stationary. Had to absorb that one. As Daig comes and cross-checks Polozov. I wasn't watching the play there. This was behind. It was Regan first that went after him. He wants a little bit of retaliation for going after his captain cleanly. So Daig, he went over to the box quickly. He knew what he had done. But good on Regan for sticking up for his teammate. It's what you got to do when, especially your captain receives a big hit.
Yeah, I missed that play. Behind the play, hopefully we'll see that on the replay what happened there. Looks like Polozov is Polozov also going in the box?
No, he's gone over for a chat with Daig.
Oh.
Yeah, he wouldn't be going in the box. He's done nothing wrong.
I missed what happened there. I just heard the shouting after the fact. So with 34 seconds left in the period, the Swarm will get a power play, which will carry over to the second period if they're not able to score here. So key penalty kill for the Admirals, and with their best penalty killer, Justin Daigle, their captain, in the box, this is going to be an important one.
Yeah, it was a textbook hit there from Polozov because Daig was pretty much stationary, and in this game, if you're stationary and not moving, you're probably going to get hit more times than not.
Yeah, I think Daigle, it looked like it was a hit by Polozov. Was it on Regan? And then Daigle came in and cross-checked him. I think maybe Daigle thought it was a late hit. I mean, when it happens in slow motion, we're seeing the slow motion replay. It's hard to tell compared to real time.
So Swarm on their second power play of the evening. Can they convert? They've got Ryan McDonald and Rosie up top. Polozov, Houlihan, and Ivan Dalmatel down low. Here's Ryan McDonald, plays it up top. Over to Polozov. He'll find Houlihan, he shoots, and a great block by Gary McLeish.
Yeah, really
stepping up and getting
block.
in front of that.
I think Chaba was slightly screened. It looked like he was down and reacted a little bit late to that pass. Yet you can see he slides on his knees, and that would have been tough for him to save if it got on target.
Face-off not really won by anyone. Dalmatel, can he get a shot off? He does. A rebound attempt. He gets pushed to the ground for hanging around too long in that slot area. As Polozov comes and picks it up. Try to find Dalmatel, but that will be it for the opening period. Shots 10-7 in favor of the Botany Swarm. Still going to have a minute 26 on that power play, Bartosz. How do you feel about that one?
Yeah, that was important to at least end the period just down 1-0 for the Admirals. The Swarm really carried the play in the second half of this period. I think after they got the goal, they really turned on the Jets, and the Admirals got a little bit quiet and let the Swarm dictate the play. So if I'm Coach Cam, I know he'll probably be telling his team to up the intensity to start the second period. And for the Swarm, I think they just need to keep doing what they're doing. They're playing excellent. They're not really giving the Admirals much to play with. As we saw on the penalty kill, they just completely stifled the Admirals' offense. Didn't really get any chances on their power play, the Admirals. Yeah.
Well, we'll take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be back very shortly for period 2.
Kia koto, welcome back to Hockey Night in New Zealand. We're here in Paradise Botany for the second period of this second game in the doubleheader between the West Auckland Admirals and the Botany Swarm. I'm Bartek Evertovsky and my co-host Bryce Rouse. So the score is 1-0 at the moment for the Botany Swarm. What do you think are the keys for both teams in this period?
Well, we saw a little bit of, penalties start sneaking into the Admirals. They need to stay out of that box, that's for sure, because the Swarm are definitely coming back and trying winning this game no matter what tonight, so they'll throw the kitchen sink at them. I think the Swarm just need to keep doing what they're doing, move that puck around when they're in the O-zone, defend tight. Probably got to shut down Regan a little bit more. He looks like he's having a bit of a day out there, lots of ice time, and he's skating around quite a few players, so shut him down a little bit more.
Yeah, I think both Regan and Jackson Fontaine are playing a similar role for both teams, being really good energy players and carrying the puck for both sides. The Swarm, like you said, I think they've played a pretty good game. They've been solid, haven't really given the Admirals much of a sniff after the first few minutes of that first period, and they look dangerous on the power play. So we'll see if they're able to make anything of this remaining power play time, 1 minute and 26 seconds. We're just waiting at the moment. Brooke, one of the referees, she's patching up the ice. Looks like there was a nasty gash there. Don't want anyone taking a tumble over that. And we'll be underway soon. See some people in the chat watching from across the world. Awesome to see. We saw someone from New Mexico, I'm losing my spot, from Waiheke. Go Admirals from Waiheke, John Reynolds. And we've got some other Canadians here in the chat. Got someone celebrating Canada almost winning bronze in the Copa America. Yeah, that was incredible. They even made it to the semifinals against Argentina, of all teams. Canada against Argentina, not something I would expect in the Copa America semifinals.
So back underway here for period 2. Swarm on the power play. Houlihan, he's going to find Dalmatau, who was crashing the back net. Looks like Flynn Hayward-Jones crashed into Chuba at the same time. Oh, Dalmatau just fanned on the shot. I think Flynn Hayward-Jones actually Nash Hayward-Jones got something on that to disrupt that play. Rosie up top. He'll just have to play it down low for Dalmatau behind the net. Plays it up the near wall to McDonald. These two doing tic-tac-toe now together. Rosie up top. Rips one. Save made, but rebound out in front. Houlihan trying to gain possession to at least get a shot off, but nicely cleared by Nash Hayward-Jones. 3 players for the Admirals will get a change.
Good to see Nash out there with his brother Flynn. You don't often see them together, as Flynn typically pairs with Justin Daigle on defense, but Daigle, of course, serving time at the moment.
Here goes Polozov. Puts a shot on the near side. Net does come off its moorings, but Chuba did cover that one up anyway.
That was a very common occurrence yesterday. We saw at least 5 times that Chuba knocked the net off. Not on purpose, of course. As you can see, these are not the sort of pegs you see in the NHL where they actually drill down to the concrete. These are just little tiny metal pegs, not the proper Marsh rubber pegs they use in the NHL. So they do come off quite easily. And Chuba's a bigger guy, so when he goes into that post, it often pops off.
Goalies are known to be pretty reckless at times, Bartosz.
Yes, we are probably the most reckless players on the ice, putting our faces in the way of the puck.
Here's Vodanov on the far side. Tic-tac-toe with Simon. So we'll need to get a couple more shots off here. Thought to be a worthwhile power play at least. Shot from the point from there. Simon gloved by Chuba.
Solid catch, making sure there's no rebound. I think he had a clean look at that one, didn't really have much of a screen in front of him. The Swarm will need to take away his eyes if they're going to score from there. You can see in the chat someone complimenting my co-host Bryce, saying he looks like a Viking. You do have a proper Viking beard. Maybe you need to braid it, put some metal hammers in it or something. Play up that Viking appearance.
I think I'm good. Played up top to Vodanov. Penalty minute has expired. That went past Chuba, but only found the back of the glass. So Dag out there now for the Admirals. They've got 3 defensemen out there, so one of them needs to at least get off. Played into the middle. Dag unable to come steal that. Here goes Action Jackson. Puts on a shot, but only hits McLeish. Every time I'm calling the game, I swear, Gary McLeish is normally blocking about 5 or 6 shots as Polozov tried to find Houlihan, who was crashing. And down the near side will go Vespa. Oh, crashes into the ref, and looks like Vespa came off second best as well. Here goes Polozov trying to get his stick stolen. A shot there from the slot area. Bodies are flying everywhere. And Chuba does well to snuff out that danger.
A lot of chaos early in this period.
Yeah.
Well, we're seeing that on the replay now. His stick goes flying into the corner, and then Jackson comes out of nowhere and slaps it right into Chuba's gut.
And then crashes into Gary McLeish.
Good to
Frantic
see
stuff.
that intensity early in this period.
Nicely won there by March. Ryan McDonald looking for a shooting lane. Gets one off. Pad save made by the goaltender. As Jansson's trying to get pushed off the puck there from Zach Stephen. And a wayward pass there from Henry. Only finds the defenseman Ryan McDonald. So he'll just put that one in deep. Swarm got 2 chases, but TK does well. Once again, wayward pass there from one of the Admiral players.
Yeah, Admirals struggling to really apply any pressure to the Swarm. Not really getting the zone exits I think they'd like to.
Yeah, they definitely need to tidy up on those breakout passes, because turnovers will just push you back on your heels and stop you from getting a change.
And especially against a fast team like this, you don't want to be turning over the puck. The Swarm have some fast legs.
Haver Jones will play it over to Zach Stephen. Batted in there. That's a hit on the head from Allen. That's an elbow on the head against Janssen. Should be getting a penalty for that. He got his arms up high.
I think Jesse got the worst of that one. He didn't get a clean hit, ended up flying into the Swarm bench and got a few shoves and punches.
Yeah, we'll see here on the replay. Yeah, gets the shoulder to the head actually, but doesn't look like he got all of it cleanly, so probably didn't look as bad.
Yeah, I think he was trying to send Janssen to the bench, ended up in the bench himself.
And Jansson's sticking up for himself too, probably the smallest guy out there.
Yeah, good to see. Don't want to get pushed around. And nothing comes of that one. The shoves, no penalties either way. And we're getting the face off in the Admiral zone. Well, the referees are discussing. Maybe they'll bring it out.
Yep, they will. Admirals need to be careful. They don't want to be in this in the box, because the Swarm do look decent on the power plays. Obviously 0 for 2 so far, but...
Oh, referee took a shot to the ankle. Hopefully he's okay, Michael.
Shot there from Kozak. Rebound, Polozov. Another big save by Chuba.
Massive save by Chuba. He's keeping the minute.
Up high for Thula. He fouls on it, but does get it low for Kozak. He'll play it even lower for Polozov, which actually went into the crease area, so Chuba's going to have to jump on that.
Looks like the referee's okay. Michael took the shot to the foot. Skating just fine. Yeah, the Admirals are still letting the Swarm dictate the play. Shots are 18-7 now for the Swarm.
Yeah, they've had already 8 shots in this period.
Yeah, only under 4 minutes into this period.
So Chuba forced to dish out a bit of work. Dalmatau is going to have it behind the net. Tries the Michigan, but couldn't get the puck up.
A little bit ambitious there. He had too much pressure on him to try it.
I'm sure he'll get one of those sometime in his career in this league.
Oh, I'd love to see. I don't think we've ever seen a Michigan in the NZIHL yet. If anyone's going to score the first Michigan, I would bet on Ivan.
Here's Regan. He'll go straight to the net. A backhand shot, and they score! The West Auckland Admirals tie it up 1-1 after sustaining a big amount of pressure.
Is that
going down
Flynn
the other
Hayward
end.
Jones that tucked it in?
I think he's going to get credited with the goal, yes.
The defenseman.
Be Regan with the assist. He was just allowed to go straight to the net there, wasn't he?
Had a couple whacks and it squeaked. I think it squeaked through Barr's 5-hole, the rebound. And then he just had another whack at it to put it in. So the defenseman, Flynn Hayward Jones, brings the Admirals to even score 1-1.
Admirals are such a good team. When you do give them a chance, even if you are dominating them, they can absolutely punish you. As Regan tries a little reverse hit there on Ryan McDonald. Bit of a battle down that near side. Regan once again going to work. He is a man on a mission tonight. as Wimmer is unable to clear. So Kuntz will put it in low, but March tracking back there nicely for the Swarm. So 1-1, I think that was their first shot or second shot of the period, and they come away with a goal, Bartage.
Completely against the run of play. But that's actually quite similar to what happened yesterday. The Swarm were often dominating the Admirals. I think the shots were 38-27 in the end, but the Admirals still came away with a 5-3 win.
Oh no, Vordanov stick breaks as he tries to clear. They get it up to Sestroni, but his shot is blocked. That could have been a bit catastrophic. Another shot there from the slot. That was Henry. Bielik standing tall.
Yeah, solid save by Bielik, and he whacks the puck away into the corner afterwards.
Nice hit there at the point. That was Kozak on Mason Kennedy. Admirals still with it in the O-zone, sustaining some pressure. As Mason Kennedy tried to find Sestroni at the far post, but hit some traffic on the way. Here's Vespa. Gets it back from Nash Hayward-Jones. Henry down low. Trying to find Vespa going the net. But Wimmer was tracking back nicely and got a good stick lift on before he could get a shot. So Kozak all alone. He's got Polozov finally entering the zone. Polozov trying to win that off Nash. As Kozak's trying to dish his body out a little bit. That's good to see. He's not really normally a guy who gets into the rough stuff, but if he can get some rough stuff going, he could absolutely nail some people because he's got wheels as well.
Yeah, he's a fast guy, and he's got some size on him. He could definitely send someone flying. And we have an icing call now, so the puck will be back in the Admiral zone. I think this line has been out there for a little bit, so they might be a bit tired, the Admirals. They'll want to get it out and get a quick change.
That Dalmatau line is out there for the Swarm. Bit of a tangle between Marcus McDonald and Rooney. As Mason Kennedy plays it up to Rooney, but Thula will break that up. Gives it to Marcus McDonald on the near side, but he's dispossessed. Action Jackson will gain the zone, but loses it. Swarm just need to probably slow things down and get some more shots off and try to get that goal back. Admirals definitely a team that never give up and always give it 100% no matter how much pressure they do sustain. As Dalmachau tries to rip a shot from the far side. And puck does come out, so Allen's chasing Thula. Thula had to be quick there as Jesse Allen was on his heels.
Yeah, Jesse's a great young energy player.
There's Vodanov with a shot. That misses everything. Just went above the blocker. Not a bad attempt. And Dalmatau will come, steal that. Tries to get past through Allen, but Allen just gets enough body on him to disrupt the play. Vodanov, good hit there on Whitson Lee. Here's Dalmatau. He shoots and puts it wide. It was almost a 3-on-1 there for the Swarm as two Admiral players were down low for Dalmatau. Tries to pass to Jonsson, another shot. Kept in by Nguyen Gretzky. He'll give it to Simon. Good block there by Rooney. Does well for his team when they needed it.
Very important block. The Admirals are really struggling to clear the zone there. Key block by Rooney to help get the puck out.
And Simon will get the play going, leaves it on for Sandoy. He rips a shot, hit March in front, so it didn't get to the net. Some good physicality. The Swarm boys looking like they want to try boss it. Shot there from Vordanov, a rebound was given out. Chubb has finally jumped on there and will get a whistle.
Yeah, the Admirals were looking good after they scored that one, and now the Swarm have returned with some more pressure of their own. So shots are now 21-10 for the Swarm. So score is 1-1, but the Swarm are, for the most part, carrying the play, except for a few shifts that the Admirals had after that goal where they were able to apply some pressure.
Pretty exciting stuff for the second period, I got to say, Bartek.
Yeah, it's much lower scoring than yesterday, but still plenty of action.
Houlihan tried to get a shot off there, but TK doing well to tie him up. Admirals are going to clear the zone. Murray's going to go the other way. Try to find Caleb Chamberlain in the middle, but Houlihan was tracking back nicely for the Swarm. So Wimmer will play it behind the Swarm goal line. Goes past one very nicely. but only passes it over to Zach Stephen, so gave away possession cheaply.
Two Stephen brothers on the ice, Ben and Zach Stephen. Their third brother Sebastian playing in Dunedin this season.
And here's Kozak. He's got Polozov going to the net. Can he get a pass off? Well disrupted there by Zach Stephen.
The Admirals struggling to really get any clean zone exits and apply some pressure to the Swarm. They'll need to work on that.
As Nash with Jones does well to dodge a hit there from Rosie. Swarm really electing to play the body in the second period. Really good to see.
Yeah, they're definitely bringing a lot of intensity.
Shot there from the point, but only went straight to Regan, and Zeal's standing right in between the goal and the shot. And that could be, because what Marcus McDonald just did there, try to clear it, but it hit the netting, and they're just going to have a talk if that was inside the zone or not. It was pretty close.
See on the replay now.
Be very unlucky delay game call.
It's hard to see the blue lines. They're very faded on the video, but
It is, so we've got to give the ref a little bit of credit when they can't see the lines.
yeah, referee decided to err on the side of caution and did not give a penalty to Marcus McDonald.
All cheaply given away. Van der Meulen. He'll leave it on for Flynn Hayward-Jones. Tries to rip a tough angle shot, but hit traffic in front. So the Swarm are going to take it the other way. Dalmatau got a pass from Thula, still with it. Backhand shot. Easy save for Chuba.
Might as well get the puck on net, even if it's not the best opportunity. Never know what's going to happen.
And here goes Regan. Probably the hardest worker out there in this game so far, and Bielak will have to jump on that before Regan was coming in.
Yeah, both him and Jackson have been flying today, bringing that energy.
As Rosie wanted to have a couple of words there with, I think that's Van der Meulen. Not sure what they were discussing.
Dan in the chat saying, if Chuba keeps making saves this massive, would we be able to call him Chuba the Hut? I don't know if Chuba would appreciate that nickname.
Shostroni with it. Tries to play it around for his man, but he only finds in the Wayne Gretzky. Swarm looking really good on their breakouts. Not really giving the puck away cheaply. Shot there from March. Blocker save made by Chuba. That was actually a really decent quick release shot.
Yeah, that was a close one. Fired it against the grain. He was skating to the right and fired it back across where he was coming from. Can be tricky to read for a goalie.
Wardenov will play it up top. Gets it back, looking for some options. Plays it low for March. And low once again for Jonsson. Once again, Jonsson down low. Pass to the slot area. March couldn't get anything on it. So Sestroni will bring it up and find Henry. Oh, he gets crunched there by Sandoy. Wasn't really looking at the defenseman. As Simon will bang that one in. Dodges a hit there from McLeish.
Massive hit by Wayne Gretzky.
Stepping up in the neutral zone as a defenseman is a bit of a risky play. You've got to make sure you do get that body or else you're going to leave yourself stranded.
Yeah, that's right. It's a little bit of a lost art in the NHL. We don't see quite as many big neutral zone hits as we used to back in the 90s and 2000s.
The skaters these days are just so fast. Their agility is incredible.
Yeah, and I think with there's much less holding now in the NHL, so you can't tie people up and set them up for your teammate to smash them quite as much.
Here's Ryan McDonald. He's harassed there by Rooney, but does get a pass off to Kozak. He goes around Zach Stephen. Trying to find Houlihan, but a nice stick in the lane there from Allen. He'll get it back and go up ice. Just selects to dump it in, look for a change as Whitson Lee will play it up the boards to Zach Stephen, but he just plays it low. He will find Ben Stephen. Ben Stephen still with it. A shot. Hit the stick of Houlihan and hits the netting, so we will get a whistle.
So Houlihan, who's just coming off now, so he's from Nazareth College, I believe, in the U.S., Division III NCAA. Great young player. He's struggled a little bit to score. I think he only has one goal, and he's at -1 so far on the Swarm. But the rest of his game has been excellent so far with the Swarm, the young American player.
So Rosie will get that out of the zone. Oh, nice work there by Daumenthal, but it will be called a high stick as he did bat that out of mid-air quite nicely. No, that was definitely above probably his head. He's trying to argue it, but I'm not buying that one.
Yeah, face-off will be all the way back in the swarm zone.
Great skill, though, to try corral the puck from that high up. If it is above the crossbar, I believe, Bartek, you need to use your glove and then put it straight down. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Shot there from Caleb Chamberlain off the face-off.
Oh, that was a great chance.
It was. There's stolen there. Try to find a centering pass to Ben Stephen. Can he get a shot off? Swarm do get numbers back. TK at the point. He'll rip one to redirect there. Tried by Murray, but couldn't get anything on it.
Oh, he was very close to getting a stick on that shot.
Looked like it almost went through the blade of the stick for some reason. It was definitely close. As TK will bang off the boards and try a reverse hit at the same time. Murray centering pass to Caleb Chamberlain. Shoots backhand and big save by Bialik.
Oh, great save. I don't think Caleb got exactly the shot he wanted. It looked like he wanted to go backhand top shelf, but was only able to get it up into the gut of Bar. But great play by the Admirals. Finally seeing some offense from them again.
As Marcus McDonald will bat that in. Swarm get 4 changes. As Day up ice pass. He finds Kunst. He's got pressure on him from Simon, though. He does well to tie him up as they get a little bit too tied up. I think a stick was stuck somewhere. Flynn Hayward-Jones's pass broken up by Jonsson. Nice pass there from Van der Meulen to find Daig. Here's Kunst. He shoots. Big block made by Wayne Gretzky. Looks like he felt that. He's definitely labouring a little bit out there as Sandoy at the moment. But he's a tough customer. Just probably needs to skate it off and he'll be fine. As Simon plays it off the boards to March. Dager will do well to keep that in, but fires it at his teammate Regan, who puts on a lovely reverse hit on Simon. There's Daig.
Beauty.
Fires it over to Flynn Hayward-Jones. Doesn't corral it nicely, so we have to put it in low for Regan. Wayne Gretzky pressuring him. Regan goes to the ground, gets up, comes away with the puck.
Oh, great battle by Regan. They came out from 2 players smashing him into the boards.
He is possessed out there this evening.
Throwing some great reverse hits as well.
And got
now
hit
he
there
gets
from
that
Sandoy. I think he was a little bit off balance there. Regan right in front of the slot area. He scores! Alex Regan gives the Admirals a 2-1 lead, and well deserved.
What a goal. What a battle by Regan. He was on fire this whole shift, throwing his body around, coming out from the boards with the puck. And here he battles, has a whack at it, has a second whack at it, puts it just over Barr's pad and in the net. And I see Barr on the ground there. I don't know if he got a stray stick. Maybe that's why Regan got a shove after the goal. Maybe someone thought that he got a stick from one of the Admiral players. I'm not sure. But either way, referees are discussing at the moment. I think maybe trying to decide if there'll be a roughing call. I'm not sure if they'll make that call at this point.
The push from March after the play, it's not really anything there.
Yep,
Nope,
no
nothing.
penalties. And we're 2-1 for the Admirals. So
it was all Swarm to start this period, and then that huge time of pressure there by the Admirals. They find themselves in the lead, and they are looking like the team that wants it more at the moment.
yeah, it's very impressive. The Admirals really absorbed a lot of that Swarm pressure and then somehow came back and managed to get 2 goals in this period against the run of play for the most part.
It's a pretty physical game here too. You can hear the hits from up here.
Yeah, you love to see it. Both teams are fired up in the second period.
Polozov's pass snuffed out there by McLeish, so he'll put that one in deep. Admirals will change 3. As Allen's out there now, he'll put the hit on Wimmer, but doesn't get all of it. As Marcus McDonald will gain the zone for the Swarm, gives it to Polozov. didn't have anything to really shoot at. Shot there from the point from Wimmer. That was absolutely moving, but Rooney does well to get in the way of that. Allen's gone in the net. Can Whitson Lee get a pass? He'll give it to Rooney. And he fans on the shot as Rosie will put up to Fontaine. He leaves it for Houlihan. Swarm would love a couple of goals here from Houlihan in this game, or at least a couple of apples. As Action Jackson will leave it low for Rosie. Can the chick maybe put it in? Puts it into the crease. So Chuba will cover that one up. And TK wants to maybe ask how Rosie's doing.
Seeing a replay of Regan's goal again now. What a goal by the defenseman turned centerman. He's been excellent for the Admirals this season. And Ruzicka, the other import for the Swarm, Jaromir Jager's former teammate at Kladno.
I think I've said it last time. How cool would that be?
That is so cool, playing with the Jaromir Jagr. I remember watching him in the 90s. He's still playing hockey in his 50s now.
Professionally.
I know, it's crazy.
As Ben Stephen can't get out of the zone, so the Swarm will still have it in the O-zone. As Marcus McDonald puts it down low. Action Jackson receives a hit there from Caleb Chamberlain. Admirals will clear the zone. No, they won't. They finally do. Dalmatau will have it. Uh-oh, given away to Ben Stephen. He's all alone. Ben Stephen shoots. Big save from Bielik on the glove. That was destined for the back of the net, and he just got enough on there to stop that from going in.
Absolutely massive save by Barr. His biggest save of the game. When his team needed him the most, they really don't want to go down 2-0.
And that will be offside against Vordanov as that was put in for the neutral zone. You might see a replay here. So a pass broken up there by Dalmatau, which Ben Stephen read the play beautifully.
Oh, he had so much time on that breakaway as well. I think maybe he didn't realize how much time he had, that he had time to maybe pull a fake and do a move on Barr. But either way, great shot by Ben.
Admirals definitely finishing this period better than the Swarm. It's probably been an even period so far, but Admirals definitely got the jump on them at the moment.
Yeah, shots-wise, the Swarm have definitely had more shots and I think more chances, but the Admirals have done really great in spurts, putting on the pressure on the Swarm.
Day goes around a couple, passes it up to Regan, who was camping at the blue line. And Van der Meulen will try to put that one in deep, but Luke Simon breaks that up. Now it's the Swarm not really breaking out cleanly. They've got a little bit of time here now as the Admirals had to touch up for the offside. Up ice pass to Polozov, doesn't corral it nicely though. Quince will play it low for Captain Daig. He just gets it out, did hit Polly on the way.
Oh, that was close, almost turned into a 3-on-1 if Polozov was able to keep that in.
And we are going to get a penalty on that.
Yeah,
Whoa,
one of the Admirals.
Yeah, it's have to see the replay. Looked maybe a little bit soft, but maybe he got the stick under his skate, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think that's an okay penalty.
It's going to be a hooking.
Just fine. I don't think it's a very clear call. It's not a soft call. It's just a decent penalty.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
So the Swarm back on the power play. A minute 7 to go in the second period. I reckon they need to capitalize on this one because they haven't so far on their power plays this game. And you could probably bet that Admirals would get another goal, at least in this later on in this game. So Polozov will play it low for Dalmatau. Gets it back. Oh, Dalmatau just fanned on the shot as Polozov made a backdoor pass before going around the back of the net.
Very smart play by Polozov. As he goes behind the net, he waits until Chuba has to change which direction he's looking and then passes back the way he was going.
Pass to Dalmatau. He got a one-hand pass on that, and it's going to be someone for a high stick.
So I think we're going to have a 5-on-3 power play for the Swarm.
Yep. It's going to be Mason Kennedy going to the naughty bin.
Massive kill for the Admirals with 25 seconds or 25.8 seconds left in this period. They really need to kill this off and hold on to the lead going into the third period. In the Swarm, you'd expect them to score with a 5-on-3.
Absolutely, and they probably need to. McDonald up top, gives it over to Rosie. Houlihan fakes, finally shoots, hit traffic in front. I think that was Daig that got something on there for the Admirals. 10 seconds to go in the period, and Houlihan just loses that. They might get one quick more opportunity. Quick shot there, easy save for Chuba. 1.1 remaining.
Great action to end this period. The Admirals will definitely be happy that they can hold on to this lead. Well, we'll see if they can hold on to it. There's still 1 second left. You never know if someone will do a crazy shot off the face-off.
That's exactly what NZIHL did, but he did put it wide. So that will do it for the second period. Definitely end-to-end action, physicality. Swarm dominated early, then the Admirals just sustained so much pressure and pushed the Swarm back on their heels. What a period.
Yeah, love to see it. Excellent action today in this period. Speaking of shots on the face-off, do you remember Mario Lemieux scoring? I think he scored 2 in the early 2000s off a face-off.
It
was
I've
quite
seen
incredible.
A couple of those for sure.
Yeah, I think he bet someone $100,000 for charity that he could do it, and then went out there, did it the next game, shot off the face-off and in. So
that is a lot to play with.
He was an incredible player. If any of you are too young to have watched Mario Lemieux live, go back and watch some Mario Lemieux highlights. Definitely second to Gretzky all time. Okay, maybe there's Connor McDavid, second to Gretzky now, but
I think I might do that now as we take a quick break before we get ready for action in period 3.
Right, see ya. Kia koto, welcome back to Hockey Night in New Zealand for this third period of this exciting doubleheader between the West Auckland Admirals and the Botany Swarm. I'm Bartek Evertowski. This is my co-host, Bryce Rouse. It's been a great game so far. What do you think both teams need to do in this third period to, well, in the Swarm's case, tie it up, and the Admirals' case to hold on to the lead?
Swarm just need to fire that puck on net during these 2 power plays they do have for 54 seconds on a 5-on-3 and then another minute. Well, differentiate that and then you'll get the rest of the time. But they need to get lots of shots on net. They need to capitalize and get a goal here now, because I wouldn't want to leave it too late against this Admirals team who they're on one today, especially Alex Regan. He's playing incredibly well. Well, here we go. And the Admirals definitely need to stay out of the box, because it's going to hurt you eventually.
Yeah, they've taken a lot of penalties. Luckily, this time they do have Daigle out there helping them kill this 5-on-3. Last time he was sitting in the box.
Here's Polozov now for the Swarm. He'll take it behind the net. He's got Dalmatel low as well. Rosie with a shot on the near side. Chuba hugs the post.
Yeah, great setup there. Great job by Chuba stealing that short side. He's been really solid today. I think the Swarm will need to take away his eyes on the power play. Get someone in front of him, prevent him from seeing the puck cleanly.
Here goes Sasha Polozov, puts on the brakes. Down low for Dalmatel. He'll play it up high. Here's Houlihan. Dalmatel down low. Tic-tac-toe up to the top. One player out of the box. They didn't know about it. And here come the Admirals the other way, and Guy Kunst gives it to Daig. Shoots, and a massive save. A rebound off the post. Daig on the backhand try off the rebound. Almost gave the Admirals a 3-1 lead. Here's a shot, but put wide. Can Vodanov keep it in? No, he can't.
How did that stay out of the net? What an opportunity.
Guy Kunst gives it over to Vinny Sestroni, but he gets hit by an imaginary sniper and hits the deck.
Watch
Penalty
out,
time almost expired. Here's Action Jackson. Vodanov. He puts it in low. He's got Rosie there. Back to even strength. And TK will fire that all the way. And that will be icing. No, because Regan, he'll beat it out. If there's going to be a player who was beating out that icing, look no further than Alex Regan. He has absolutely been my player of the game so far here this evening. Ooh. And we're going to get a penalty on Sandoy for a trip on Regan. That was not necessary.
Yeah,
just as their penalties expired, they're going to go in the box themselves, the Swarm.
Yeah, not a good idea for Remy to take that penalty there. Maybe, as you said, Regan's been really good this game. I think maybe Remy was just trying to annoy him and get into his head. But referee was watching that, and
yeah,
he's going to the box.
I just looked at the replay. I don't really think there was much in that. But hey, here we go. Admirals on the power play. So they really try put a nail in the coffin this early in the third. And that's a hand pass, so we will get a whistle in the zone. It will be taken out, actually.
Oh, yeah, it was a hand pass against the Admirals. The face-off will be outside the blue line.
Can't wait to see the replay on that Daig attempt. Initially shot it, got his own rebound, then backhander and hit the right-hand post. So he put it right across the goal and hit the far post.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity. I'm really keen to see how that stayed out of the net as well. And the face-off is going to be back in the Admirals zone. I'm not sure if maybe they ruled it was an intentional offside or what that was. But, yeah, Admirals with the power play, but face-off all the way back in their zone.
So a minute 30 on the power play here for the Admirals. Swarm will have it at the moment. Action Jackson leaves it behind. Van der Meulen will play it back to Captain Daig. Gives it to the near side, Regan. Daig, here's Van der Meulen. Shoots, and Bialik makes a save. Looks like that one was right at him.
Good save by Bialik. He's looked pretty solid today as well. He's made some massive saves, like that breakaway save that we saw towards the end of that second period on Ben Steven. And 1 minute and 13 seconds left for the Admirals to maybe score a goal and extend their lead.
Hasn't been the best power play so far, as the Swarm are doing really well to kill them off.
Yeah, I think the Admirals have been a little bit too static on their power play.
Here's Van der Meulen. Finds Guy Kuntz, he scores! Guy Kuntz gives the Admirals a 2-goal lead here early in the third.
The Dutchman scores again. And just as I was saying, their power play was looking a bit too static. Look at this beautiful pass to Guy, and Guy buries it to extend the lead to 2. And the Swarm are in a bit of a hole now, down 2 goals, but still plenty of time to go with 17 minutes. And they have a lot of firepower if they can get themselves going. So we've still got a game.
Yeah, one thing about this Admirals team this season is they do not care what the score is. They do not care how they have played in the last 5 minutes or a whole period. They will come back fighting no matter what, regroup, shape things up, and they're always going to come right back at you.
And we saw Jaden Pert, the backup goalie for the Admirals on the bench, made a nice catch there as the puck was going into the bench barehanded, making his case for why he should get a start.
No offside there on the play. Sandoy's going to have to wait till they touch up. Sandoy goes to Polozov. He tried to find Kozak, but it hit someone in the passing lane. Henry does well to bat that out of midair. And he'll clear the zone, but only as far as Houlihan. McLeish misses the hit. Here goes Houlihan. Shoots, and it looks like that one was off the post.
Wow, that was so close. Beautiful move by Houlihan to dodge the check and get that opportunity.
Had the goaltender beat, but couldn't get it in between the pipes. Sandoy with a quick shot, a redirect on the way. Chuba does well to save that.
Another big save by Chuba. Houlihan's been really good so far for the Swarm, but it's surprising he's struggled to score this season with just 1 goal so far. So you can see that beautiful move around the check. And now the puck comes, was it off the post or off a skate? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
if
I think he maybe hit his own teammate there.
It could be he was actually trying to pass to his teammate for a tap-in. I'm not sure.
Quick shot there from Dalmatau, hit the skate of Zach Steven. Admirals unable to clear. They finally do with a poke check there from TK. That's Taylor Kennedy, Mason Kennedy's brother. They actually don't look very similar, but they are definitely related.
No, they don't at all. I had no idea they were related at first until I
There's a
learned
shot there
about
from
Kennedy's.
Marcus in the slot. He gets crunched as well at the same time from TK. And TK is going to get a penalty here, I think, for a cross-check on Marcus. And, yep, he will.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see if you're an Admirals fan, taking penalties at this point in the game. Not a necessary penalty either. Sometimes you need to take a penalty to trip someone up if you're going to prevent a 2-on-1 or so.
Marcus McDonald gets up. He does give TK a little bit of a push, but then might have been the hand to the head area that probably did it.
Possibly a little bit of a soft call, but as you said before,
agree.
there was a little bit of a soft call on the penalty against Remy as well earlier.
So nonetheless, Swarm on the power play. Daig doing well. Comes out and Flynn Hayward-Jones. He's got Sestroni there on the left. He'll put it to net. Bielak unable to pounce on that. So Flynn Hayward-Jones will be there in the corner for the Admirals, trying to slow it down, buy a bit of time. Does very well as well.
Great penalty killing. Has killed off about 30 seconds of this power play now.
As Action Jackson will grab the puck with a bit of pace. He'll be able to take it into the zone. Does come out though as Henry's trying to steal it off Simon. Almost does. He has. Has he got some support? Henry still with it. Henry couldn't put it past Bielak. Looks like he shot it
work
straight
by
at him.
Scott Henry. What a battle by him.
And he steals it back again. Here's Henry, a pass to Sestroni. He couldn't corral it and get a shot off. That could have been a goal there for the Admirals. Sestroni still with it. Admirals doing an incredible job on the penalty kill.
That inline line with Henry and Sestroni putting in the work on this penalty kill. It's 40 seconds left in the power play.
And here goes Whitson Lee. Can he get a shot off? Tries to go past Ryan McDonald, but Polozov tracking back nicely there for the Swarm.
I would have liked to see him shoot there. I think he had a shooting opportunity and probably should have taken it there.
I agree.
But Josh Whitson Lee, he loves to dangle. Maybe a little bit too much dangling there.
Here's Rosie. Plays it over to Ryan McDonald. Penalty about to expire in just over 10 seconds. As McLeish tried to bang it round, but hit someone on the way, so the Swarm will still have it. Rosie up top, shot on, redirect on the way. Probably not. Chuba pounces on that, no rebound either.
So excellent penalty killing by the Admirals. Just 2 seconds left in this power play for the Swarm. Really, I think the Admirals had more zone time than the Swarm did on this penalty kill. So Coach Cam will definitely be happy with that.
A very good penalty kill here by the West Auckland Admirals.
Somewhat surprising since the Swarm power play, although they haven't scored, did look good in the previous 2 periods, but has ground to a halt here.
So they've got to be mindful of TK out the box. Gary McLeish wins that. TK out of the box now. Here goes Ben Steven. Can he get past Gretzky? He puts a shot on. That's the Niwayan Gretzky Sandoy in his 200th game. Played pretty well this evening, maybe except for that cheap penalty. Shot there from Daig. Try to come in for a rebound as Sandoy tracking back and just bangs that away from danger.
Yeah, the puck was sitting in a dangerous area there, but nobody was able to follow up and bang it in. In that sort of situation, usually as a goalie, you want to get your stick on those pucks so that you can ramp it up into the boards and not have it sit there in the slot for a rebound.
Simon will gain the zone for the Swarm. Try to find Johnson, but Daig was there first. He leaves it on for Caleb Chamberlain. And Murray will bang it down the ice if Vodanov can get there first. Icing waved off. Good work here by Regan. Absolutely hustling to beat out that icing. Vodanov kind of gave up on it. And I don't think he knew how close Regan was to him. Maybe need a little bit more communication there from either the defenseman or the goalie.
Good clean catch by Barr. No rebound this time. Gets a face off to reset. 12 minutes and 18 seconds left in this third period. The Swarm want to score soon to take a little bit of pressure off themselves. They don't have to try and get 2 goals in the last few minutes of this game.
As Van der Meulen will win that for the Admirals. Behind the net's Regan. He's pressured on by Wimmer. Regan still with it, using that body well.
Great strength.
But Hurlinkin comes and dispossesses him, tries to get a pass to Kozak. This is where the Admirals need to learn how to probably see out games if they're going to be a finals contender. Learn how to win those ones when you only got a couple goal leads, see the games out.
Yeah, I think it was last weekend against Dunedin. They didn't do great to close out the second game and let Dunedin come back into it. So hopefully they've learned from their mistakes. And, well, hopefully if you're an Admirals fan, they've learned from their mistakes and will be able to close out this one. And, of course, the Swarm, you're hoping they don't, Swarm fans.
I couldn't really care. As long as they make top 3 by the end of the season, they're going to be a team not to reckon with come that time of season. So,
yeah, regardless, the top 3 teams in the league make the playoffs, and it looks like the Swarm and Admirals are both comfortably in a playoff position, with the Devils and the Thunder really struggling this season.
Here's Rosie cutting into the middle, shoots, and good save, Chuba.
Yeah, good job by Chuba to seal the ice and make sure, again, there's no rebound. He's been on point today, isn't giving up many juicy rebounds at all.
Yeah, I've actually been really impressed with the Dunedin Thunder this season. They've quite a young team, but they're a team that just goes out there and gives it their all.
Yeah, Dunedin being a university town, I think they tend to be one of the younger teams in the league, maybe the youngest team.
Well, that pass snuffed out by Marcus McDonald. It was Nash Hayward-Jones trying to clear. As Action Jackson will leave it on for Thula. His shot was blocked. Good recovery work here by Nash Hayward-Jones, and he'll go down the right wing as well. Cuts in. Gives it to Sastroni, but he doesn't control it nicely. So it gives the Swarm defenseman a chance to get back.
Yeah, I think Sastroni was hoping that would be in his wheelhouse and he could just one-time it, but ended up on his backhand. He had to touch it back to his forehand and wasn't able to get a shot.
Rosie with a shot. Nice block by TK. Rosie steals it back. He's got Dalmatel. Gives it to Jonsson. Jonsson, big blocker save by Chubba.
Oh, massive save by Chubba. One of his best of the game.
Still in there. Admirals having a hard time clearing. Rosie with it. Gives it over to Simon. He shoots straight into the hands of Chubba, though. He is turning it on at the moment.
Yeah, Chubba has been on point this weekend. He had one bad goal against yesterday and didn't let it affect him at all. Bounced back immediately and has looked sharp both games.
What both teams have done pretty well this game is when they've sustained a lot of pressure in their defensive zone, they've pushed the other team back on their heels and try to get that momentum going for them.
Yeah, it's been back and forth, especially in this third period. Both teams putting on the pressure at times.
Here's March. Plays it down low for Jonsson, but that was probably passed a little bit too hard, but this one will keep it in the zone for now. Day first bats it around Ben Steven. Sandoy does well to block that from exiting the zone. As Jonsson tries to find March, he does. And March will leave it on for Sandoy. I think that was a pass to Simon that he gave off the Zamboni door. Worked out pretty well. And Jonsson at the point. Fires something on net but misses everything. As March will try play it down low for Vordanov. Daig unable to get there first. Puck does come out. Everyone will have to touch up for the Swarm. As Ryan McDonald is on the far side, he'll put it in and Polozov just in the nick of time gets the touch up. Kozak gives it to Houlihan at the point. He'll rip one. No trouble there for Chubba as that was off target.
Swarm with some good pressure and zone time here.
Absolutely. As Houlihan tries to go through a couple, gives it, finds Polozov. He'll give it up top for Wimmer. He puts something on net, hits Daig. Oh, it's still in the crease area.
Oh, wow.
That fell pretty much on the goal line.
Was that Flynn Hayward-Jones that kept that out?
I think it was.
Incredible save. Save of the game, really.
Here's Regan, but try to go through the legs of Wimmer. Houlihan's pass hit the skate of Van der Meulen. Houlihan still with it. Needs some support.
Chubba without his stick at the moment. It's in the corner. Hoping for a stoppage in play so he can come collect it.
Here's Rosie with a near shot. Big pad save by Chubba without a stick. Might be able to get it back here now. No, he can't.
Fortunately, he turned it over again.
Nice collision there at middle ice between Van der Meulen and Houlihan, and a shot which Chubba makes the save on.
Chubba just puts his glove on the ice and scoops the puck off the ice without a stick and able to finally collect it. Former wisdom used to be in hockey. Defenseman gives their stick to the goalie when the goalie loses the stick, but wisely, none of the Admirals defensemen did that. You're not supposed to do that anymore. In today's game, the way that goalies play in the butterfly position, you don't need a stick to make the save. I'd much rather have my defenseman able to actually play the puck with their stick.
Rightly so. It's been all Swarm in their O-zone here for the last 5 minutes. They need to get a couple goals back to at least tie this one. Pass into the slot there. Action Jackson unable to get anything on it. He gets another try, though, with a pass from Rosie. But all the shots just going straight into the hands of Chubba. Not really finding any real estate on the left or right of him there, Bartek.
Yeah, Jackson has a great shot, but I don't think he made great connection there. Probably came off the heel of his stick and just slowly slid into Chubba. So Admiral or Swarm are getting some looks, but unable to put it in the back of the net.
Face off nicely won there by Dalmatel. Admirals will play it around the back. Thula does well to keep it in. Finds Fontaine. Actually had Thula in the low slot area. Couldn't get a pass off. Shot there from the point. Took a redirect off Sestroni's stick on the way. And the puck is going to come out. A lot of possession here at the moment for the Swarm. It's not really worth anything unless you can get a couple of goals on the board.
Yeah,
Dalmatau the guy.
6 minutes left. They'll want to score soon.
Pass up to Sestroni. He can't control it though. Dalmatau is going to be back there first for the Swarm. And he'll leave it on behind for Action Jackson, but Jesse Allen gaining the zone, gives it up to Dager. Shot there from the point. They score! I think it's come off Rooney, but nonetheless, the Admirals will take a 3-goal lead here late in the third. Bartek, I almost think that's the nail in the coffin.
I think it might be with only 6 minutes left. Swarm are going to need to score immediately if they want to get back in this one. We're seeing the replay now. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I missed a little bit of that replay. I was not expecting the puck to end up in the back of the net there. It was completely against the run of play.
Yeah, I think Rooney must have got a touch on it because he was definitely celebrating like he had got the goal.
Yeah, surely if it was a clean shot, I think Barr would have caught that. So I assume there was a deflection.
So the Admirals now 4-1 up, 6 minutes to go. Shot there from the point from Sandoy. That was a ripper that just went over the crossbar.
Yeah, Chuba did not see that at all. He just got down in the butterfly and hoped it would hit him.
Tries to go through Sandoy, but Jonsson tracking back nicely.
Admirals goal, scorer number 35,
Simon pressured by Ben Stephen very well.
47, Justin Day,
Gordonov, he'll rip one. Hit Dag on the way. It looks like that might have hurt a little bit.
I think a little bit of frustration for the Swarm. Like that wasn't a great shot to take from that angle.
Pass up to Ben Stephen. He tried to play that around the back. Little no-looker. Almost got it as well. But it will be an icing on the play, so the Admirals won't be able to get any changes.
Looks like we got a fan of Rooney in the chat. Roondog.
Roondog.
As Kajat says in the chat. We have someone from Dunedin, or a Dunedin fan at least. Ben McClure repping Dunedin. Coach Cam, one of his sons, is currently playing for Dunedin for the Thunder. Sebastian Stephen, former Admiral, has gone down to study there. And also Coach Jeff Bohm, his son, I think Oscar, is playing for Dunedin as well.
And here goes Regan down this near side. Finds Allen, but Wimmer, nice stick. And the net's come off, so we're probably going to get a whistle here behind play. Blow the whistle, ref. The net is fully off. They're going to maybe try fix it before the puck does come down. There was a collision behind the net. Looks like someone is staying down after a little thing from Polozov as Mason Kennedy wants to get into it with Polozov.
Was that, I think it might be, was it Regan or Murray behind the net?
It's Regan.
Yeah, I think the Swarm have been trying to get under his skin with how well he's played today. And
Polly's going to the box though.
Yeah, Polozov taking out his frustration on Regan, and unfortunately we're not seeing on the replay what happened. We're seeing the after effects of it. Polozov and Mason Kennedy going at it.
If that's what he got the penalty for, that's literally nothing in my opinion, but it might be for that hit behind the goal on Regan. So I didn't actually see that one. I was
I missed
having
that as
a little
well.
bit of a look at the goal that was off.
Yeah, we'll hear what the call is now. So it's 2 minutes for roughing. I'm not sure if it's what happened to Regan or if it was the shove afterwards. Hopefully it's for what happened to Regan, since I agree there was nothing in that shove. No, I don't think that's worth a penalty at all.
Exactly, but the Admirals here on the power play. I would say it's all but over for the Swarm here this evening. In my opinion, they probably have been the better team, but they haven't capitalized on goal-scoring opportunities, and if you can't do that, you're not going to win hockey games, Bartek.
Yeah, for most of the game, they've dictated the play, and the Admirals have come on in spurts and scored goals against the run of play. They've found a way to win somehow. Well, not yet, but...
Oh, not sure. Regan was definitely getting to that puck first, but they have blown for icing.
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
A little bit questionable. I think maybe not the best game from the referees today, but they're doing their best. Hockey is a fast game. What can you do?
It is the fastest sport in the world.
Yeah, I mean, even from up here in the stands, sometimes we miss stuff. Being at ice level with players flying around trying to dodge pucks, it's tough to make those calls. I love seeing in the IIHF World Championships, so the referees wear helmets with cameras in them. It's so cool seeing their point of view on the game. Would recommend if you haven't watched that.
I'm sure they have to do some editing on the language. Here's Regan. He has had a stellar game here this evening for the West Auckland Admirals. Can't wait to see what he's like even in a couple years. Van der Meulen, he'll give it back to Regan. Once again, Regan. Down low, Van der Meulen on the near side. Had a couple of goes there.
Why not? Just try and jam it in.
Absolutely. While wasting a little bit of time here as well.
And in that situation, it looked like Barr went skate on post in the RVH. In that situation, there is actually a little bit of a gap underneath the skate, so you can actually successfully jam. I think Guy saw that and went for it.
Sorry, what's the RVH?
That is the position Barr is in right there with, ooh, hard block there off the shin pads. It's the position that a lot of goalies, you see them go into, younger goalies, well, goalies of the last 10 years or so, I would say.
Vespa leaves it on for Caleb Chamberlain. He'll get a quick shot off. Bialik has to put that aside. Rooney up top. Puts a low shot, looking maybe for a redirect or a half pass. As Ryan McDonald's going to come the other way. The two defensemen are up there for the Swarm. As Rosie plays it out of the zone, absorbs a hit there too from McLeish. And now March. Probably a good time to start thinking about pulling that goalie, Bartek.
Yeah, I agree. They want to pull their goalie quite early with 3 goals that they need to score.
Tough to do that when you give away an icing.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be giving away power plays and icings when you're down by 3 goals. Not the script you want to follow for the Swarm. And now the Admirals will have the opportunity to, if they win the faceoff, maintain possession, kill some more time in this game, and who knows, maybe even score a 5th goal if they can.
Nicely won there by March.
Regan looks surprised. I think having a bit of words with the referee. Wasn't expecting that drop.
As Nash Haywood-Jones will have it. He'll play it around the back for Mason Kennedy. He can't control that. So Vodanov will play it down low for Polozov. Leaves it for March. Up top, Sandoy. Fans on the shop try to get a pass off, but snuffed out by Regan. They will clear the zone. Regan has just been absolutely everywhere tonight.
All over the place.
And here's Sandoy. Can miss the 200, get a goal. Dalmatau, he fans on the shot. And they'll clear that all the way. It's going to go in. It is!
And that is 5. Game over. 5-1 for the Admirals. With 1 minute and 48 seconds left, I don't think anyone would bet on the Swarm coming back from this.
Absolutely
deficit.
not.
And the shots are 35-28 for the Swarm, and yet the score 5-1 for the Admirals. They've found a way to win despite being outshot and often outplayed for many parts of this game.
I think I said during one of the Admirals games that we covered, they are a team, like, once they get rolling, they just suffocate you, and they don't care about the score. They don't care about how they're playing. They know they can turn it on and get goals, and they're getting a lot of them at the moment.
Yeah, it's great to see a really hard-working blue-collar team that Coach Cam and the Admirals have put together. And we have 1 minute and 39 seconds left. I'm not sure if they'll pull a bar. There's not a lot of point now. But maybe just trying to get a goal for their pride at this point.
Shot there from Wimmer. Didn't really get anything on that. Admirals do clear.
Swarm have been struggling to get clean shots off. They've set up a lot of one-timers and have often fanned on them. Maybe some frustration from them.
Here goes Whitson Lee down the far side. Try to make a move there and receives a half hit from Ryan McDonald. Hurler, nice little toe drag to get out of the zone. Action Jackson does well to stay onside there for the Swarm.
Yeah, he was hoping for a pass from Houlihan. I think maybe Houlihan had his head down and wasn't looking for Jackson flying through the middle.
And Daig with it behind the net. Not really too much point in trying to play everything unless the pressure's there. Murray will just bang that one in. Just over 30 seconds to go. The Admirals are going to take all available points here this evening, so that will put them 1 point behind the Swarm with 2 games in hand. They are going to play host to the Sky City Stampede, so I think that will be next weekend. So that's a really good chance to see where they actually are at. Because I think the Swarm can definitely play better than they have played this weekend. I think the Admirals probably still have another gear to go as their season progresses. But next week is a good test to see if they make the finals, can they beat the Sky City Stampede? Because they're, you'd have to say, are the pedigree of this league at the moment, and still are.
Yeah, the Sky City Stampede, I think, are the team to beat. And the Admirals lost to them 2 years ago in a shootout in the finals. And
that was brutal.
That was brutal. It was so close. And
Simon, last-ditch attempt. And that puck's going to come out, and that is going to do it here at the Hive for the weekend. A 5-1 victory for the West Auckland Admirals, and they are absolutely loving it, and why not?
What a massive game from the Admirals. They were outplayed for many stretches in this game. Chubba held the fort, and then their goal scorers produced some clutch goals when they needed it. Love to see it if you're an Admirals fan.
It was a pretty good end-to-end physical game. There were moments where teams were just dominating each other, and then the other team would have their turn and vice versa. Yeah, pretty good game, quite physical throughout the whole thing. I think Bialik, even though he led in 5, actually played very well. But, Chubba, probably my second star of the game.
Regan first star, I assume?
Oh, easily. No doubt about it. That guy was absolutely possessed today.
I agree. I think Regan first star, Chubba second star, and then, to be fair, Jackson Fontaine from the Swarm did have a great game as well. He scored a nice goal. Well-deserved third star for Jackson, in my opinion.
So that was actually 5 unanswered goals that the West Auckland Admirals got against the Botany Swarm here this evening.
Yeah, you're completely right. Yeah, yesterday was much more back and forth, but yeah, this time Swarm came out, got the lead, and then Admirals just 5 in a row.
I hate to say it, but the Swarm's power play is just not good enough at the moment. Don't get me wrong, they look good, they move the puck, everyone's skating, but they are not producing. Maybe you've got to mix it up. I don't know, change something. I'm not the coach, but they've got to get their power play going, or they're not going to win any final this year, no way.
Yeah, I think from my point of view, it looked like Chubba could see too many of the pucks that were coming into him on the power play. They weren't able to get the screens in front of him, take away his eyes. Chubba, he's not the tallest guy. He's a little bit under 6 feet tall, I think. So if you park someone like Remy Sandoy in front of him, he should, in principle, be able to prevent Chubba from getting a good look at the puck. And I think next time these two teams play, I think the Swarm will need to look to do that because they had a lot of power play chances.
It will be at the Pirate Ship as well, so a little bit harder to win there, I would imagine. Yeah, but the Admirals are absolutely rolling at the moment, Bartek. Yeah, I'm sure you're quite happy about that, eh?
Yeah, that's right. Happy for my team. A little bit biased here with my Admiral sweater. Yeah, that was good to see as being a little bit biased as an Admirals fan. Good to see my team doing so well. Yeah. So this was a great game. Thank you for joining us, and thank you as well to all of the volunteers that make this possible, since a lot of this league runs on the work of volunteers. So we have Josh Kretschmar on the camera today with Nate Dunn as well, bringing you this action. And for the Admirals, Natalie DeVere, Kelly Schultz, and Alex Schultz volunteering with the team as well. So thank you to all the volunteers, and as well on the Swarm for making this awesome NZIHL weekend possible. And thank you for joining us.
And we'll be back next week where the Admirals will host the Sky City Stampede. So that will be, I would say, a top-of-the-table clash. You'd have to imagine they're only 1 point behind the Swarm, but the Stampede sitting on, I think, 21 points and looking to get a couple more at least. So thank you for joining us here today, everyone. Very much thankful. You had a good time, mate?
Oh, yeah, that was a great game. I loved it.
Even though my team didn't get the result, hockey won.
Your team, you were a little bit biased, I see.
No. All right, well, thank you, everyone, and good night.